Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Tuesday. I hope you guys have had a fantastic week and that your weekend has started well. As for this live stream and how it started about 45 minutes ago in terms of dealing with the gremlins, and I had a bit of a catastrophic USB failure, so everything just stopped working. But thankfully, because I do set it up very early, I was able to just iron out the creases and hopefully everything's working. Now, we will see throughout the live stream as always. So let's have a look into the live chat room, see who's in their house tonight. And we have PM112, Terry, Bonnie, Laura, Bev, Joe, Chant of the North, Totoda Porco's in there as well, Joy, Pink Thistle, Rocker Girl, Tammy, Orlando, Rose in there as well, Donna, Leah, Anna, Bev, Alison, Mary, and Pam K36. And it's going through too quickly now, but thank you guys for joining me tonight for the live stream. And as has been the case for probably quite a few weeks now, we're going to be aiming for another record for the likes goal. And let me get that up on screen so we can see what we're actually aiming for tonight. It's 465, so which is a crazy target, but we will see how close we can get. Obviously, we need every single thumbs up that we can muster. So if you could leave a thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be very much appreciated. And let me get the like commenter up on screen so that we can keep track of it as we go through the live stream, because sometimes I forget to put that on the screen. And let me just centralize it a little bit more. Is it like that? Maybe. Anyway, so we have 210. So it means we're looking for 255 more people. So that's the math's done, and it's a little bit easier to do. So yeah, maybe we can get a spike of the likes at the beginning of the live stream. That would be very much appreciated, and just great to set us on the way. But already 220 now is a very good start. So 245 required. Right, let me get the names of my patrons up on screen, because they make this all possible in the first place. You guys know who you are, and as you all know, if you've watched any live stream in the past, their names go across the bottom of the screen throughout the live streams on a Tuesday and a Saturday, because they're the foundation of everything that I do and allow me to do these live streams, my analysis videos, and everything that you see. So yeah, thank you guys at the bottom of the screen. So I can see there have already been a couple of donations, so thank you for those. Paul and Orlando, we'll get to those, but I have to put up on screen first that you don't have to donate. Just watching is great. Maybe leaving the thumbs up and introducing yourself into that live chat room. That's how we all get to know each other on these live streams, and I get to see your usernames and get used to seeing them as well. If you are just attending multiple live streams, it's great, because then if you upload any pictures to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, if you are a Facebook user, then I get linked to those by Laura and I can show them on the live streams. And just one picture tonight that we're going to be taking a look at in Picture Corner. We'll probably have a Troll Corner as well, but thankfully there haven't been too many trolls, but just a few things that have popped up, so I'll mention those. But as for later on in the live stream, we'll be doing the cover video as always, which means it's either going to be Miles Away or Lay It on the Line. So those are the two songs that are to be voted on for tonight. So yeah, just click on either of those that you want to hear my version of. And let me get that donations tab up on screen, because I did say you don't have to donate. But for those people that can't resist, I think it's important that you know between 45 and 60% goes to YouTube through the super chat window. And everything on YouTube, once you donate, that's then gone. So that 45 to 60% is in YouTube's hands instantly, and they don't give it back. If you make an accidental donation of too much, there's no way that you can reverse that, unfortunately. But there is another way over on PayPal. There's a PayPal link in the description below, and they take between 3 and 5%. And through PayPal, I can refund anything that's accidentally donated, because there's just a button that I can click on and sort that all out. So yeah, if you are donating through the super chat window, just make sure that you're being very careful and you press the buttons as many times as you mean to. So yeah, just to stay vigilant. But as I said, you don't have to donate. Just watching is fantastic. There have been donations over on PayPal as well, so thank you guys for those. Let me just jump into the super chat window, because Paul donated $5. Thank you for that, Paul. And the message was 359,000 subscribers. Wonder how soon we can hit 360. Okay, let's have fun tonight and spike those likes all y'all. So thank you for that, Paul. And yeah, we went through a crazy, couple of weeks, something like that. And now normal service has been resumed. We're still getting subscribers, which is great. But yeah, we had a bit of a crazy time recently. And I think the problem when it goes crazy is because it's just me doing everything. It means that, I'm having to deal with potentially thousands more people than I would do normally. So, it is. I mean, it's great that lots of people watch and lots of people subscribe, but it's also good when things slow down a little bit because it means that I can now catch up with emails and everything that I have to catch up with in order just to keep everything going every day. But thank you for that, Paul. And Orlando donated $2. Thank you for that, Orlando. The message is, I will be lurking in and out. Spike the likes with a thumbs up. And then Orlando donated $2 again, saying the Goonies t-shirt. You are really a 1980s fan. So thank you for that, Orlando. And not only a Goonies t-shirt, it's actually the Goonies Bike Club is what it says. And it probably says somewhere, never say die or something like that, because that's from the movie. But over here, if I point correctly, I can't get my hand in the right place, but there you go. So that's the key from the Goonies, not the actual key, but it's a replica of the key that they had in the movie that was sent to me. And yeah, I thought it looks so cool that I have to put it up on the wall, and people who know the movie might know that, but I've zoomed into this before on a live stream, but you might not be able to see from the distance that we are at, or you are at, kind of looking at the screen, but it's got the skeleton head on there, and it's got the three gaps where, they were, I can't remember what they were doing. I think it was before they had to play, I was going to say a piano, but it wasn't really a piano, where she had to read the music, and was it Bones? They might have been playing Bones. almost like bones, people's finger bones. It wasn't, phalanges, I think they're called, the official name for them. So there you go, a little bit of anatomy and physiology education there in the back of my mind. But yeah, so that's what they're playing. But they have to use the skull and put it over the correct positions to move it and then get through to the next chamber in the movie. But anyway, yes, I am a fan of the Goonies, and I have, I think, a couple of Goonies t-shirts. I don't know where the other one is though, but this is in my regular cycle now. So generally I just have like 7 shirts that just make it into the cycle, and I just wear them, wash them, wear them, wash them, wear them, wash them. So then it's just the same 7 shirts that I wear week on week. But anyway, thank you for that, Orlando. And random McSorley, does that say? It's a little bit small on my screen, but thank you for that $10 donation. And the message is, can you do the lemon twigs? So thank you for that. And with any of the requests, I just make a note, put them on my request list, and then gradually get through them. But thank you for that, random. And that's then it for the super chat window. So thank you guys for those donations. And I can see that we are approaching 300 likes. So again, 3 more people to get to 300, which obviously makes the maths very easy, but it means that it's 167, is that now? 298. So yeah, we are close. And I've kind of just assumed that you can hear me and that you can see me and that everything is working. But I will jump into the PayPal window. Why does it feel like, it always feels like I've forgotten to do something? But it must be okay, because otherwise you'd be shouting at me in the live chat room telling me that you either can't hear me or can't see me, or that it's freezing or anything. So I'm just going to keep on with it. I don't know what I might have forgotten to do, but I will jump into the PayPal window because we have had some donations in there. And I just want to make sure that I get to the most recent one after the last live stream. It was at 4:48 on Wednesday morning that Shirley donated £7.70. So thank you for that, Shirley. And the message was donation for podcast. And that's what it was. So thank you, Shirley. And then there's another donation, and this came through from Tracy for £10, and this came through this morning at 9:15. Thank you for that, Tracy. And the message is, Thank you so much for the Crowded House video, Phil. Your analysis was great. You're simply the best. Rock. Tracy. So thank you for that, Tracy. Yeah, that was a cool one to look at because it was, and I think you tend to get this with the old school bands, because it was just fully live and there wasn't anything that had been done to the audio after the live performance. So yeah, it is great just to check out some, old school playing. And generally at festivals, especially Glastonbury, when they are covered live, of course they can't edit that, unless artists are using auto-tune, but that's rarely going to be the case, because then it sounds so unique in the way that it's being tuned. But with live performances at festivals, like this was from the BBC, so it means that you just get to see the performance as it is and get to hear it as it is as well, which is great. But yeah, enjoyable one to do there from Crowded House. But thank you for that, Tracy. And Bridget has donated £10 as well, so thank you for that, Bridget. And the message is, "Hi Phil, I will have to watch today's live stream later. Just sending a little something to say congrats on the new spike in followers and as a present to you for my birthday," which it is today. So happy birthday, Bridget. I hope you have a fantastic day. And yeah, you'll be watching this a little bit later on. So hello to you in the future. And yeah, I hope that you got everything that you asked for. Now, I'm always reminded of that saying, I hope you get what's coming to you, but I don't use that. And thank you, Bridget, for that donation. And everybody in that live chat room, I'm sure, wishes you the same. Everybody say happy birthday, Bridget, in that live chat room. So thank you for that donation. Have a great day. And Debbie has donated £10 as well. Thank you for that, Debbie. And the message is, "Hi, Phil. Catch up crew for me. Just wanted to wish you a great live stream tonight. Loved the Crowded House analysis. You're the best. Love you, Debbie." So thank you for that as well. And it seems like the Crowded House analysis was a popular one, so I'm glad that you guys enjoyed that. And I think just because it was a totally natural performance, it's quite a nice change nowadays to hear something that isn't manipulated from a pitch perspective. Tammy has donated £10 as well. Thank you for that, Tammy. And that is a straight up donation. Orlando donated £80 over on PayPal. Thank you for that, Orlando. And the message was, "I have great fun and pleasure watching your live streams and videos. You are a consummate professional. I look forward to supporting your brand now and in the future. Unfortunately, early starts and late endings at work leave me absent for your live streams. I hope to catch your next one. I wish you a very happy and belated birthday, Mr. Philip Henley Rock." So thank you for that, Orlando. So yeah, a bit of a long message there, but I mean, it's absolutely fine. We've got 3 donations from Orlando already, so thank you for those, Orlando. And there's another one that's come in, and this is from Deborah, who has donated £5. Thank you for that, Deborah. And the message is, "Thank you for all you do," from Deborah V. So thank you for that. And it could be Deborah 5. But it is Deborah V. So is V5? I don't know whether I've just got that right or not. But anyway, somebody who knows their Roman numerals can clarify that in the live chat room. I think it is. My instinct was that it's 5. So hopefully that is correct. Thank you for that, Deborah V. And Karen has donated £50 as well. Thank you for that, Karen. The message is, "Belated happy birthday, Phil. Sorry it's so late." So no problem at all. Thank you for that, Karen. I mean, it does still feel like it was my birthday just a few days ago. But technically that's probably about right, depending on how you define a few. But yeah, I know it's been, over a week now. And I still have some cookie cake left. I think it's either going to be finished today or tomorrow, so I'm working my way through it. But the good thing about cookie cake is that you can put it in the freezer and you can just take bits at a time, because I'm trying to think, because it's been over a week now, and my family and my mum and dad and my sister, my nephews, they all had a piece of the cake as well. So I was probably left with about half. So then, just been working my way through it. But it's good that I can freeze it, so that, because if you leave it out, I'm sure it then starts to, go off, or, it become, really hard rather than being like a cookie. Because I guess that's what happens to cookies anyway. If you leave them out for long enough, they just go solid. So it's good. I can freeze it, just take out a little bit and eat that. But I'm down to my last piece that I've taken out today, but it's quite a big piece. So I've cut it in half. Maybe I'll finish it off tomorrow. But thank you for that, Karen. And Tracy has donated £5 as well. So thank you for that, Tracy. And the message is, howdy Phil. It's Joe Flip Hair Update. Please, the Philistines are dying to hear the latest about your lovely locks. So thank you for that, Tracy. And I think today's hair update, again, it just falls where it falls. But it seems like tonight I've just got a little bit lucky with it, even though I'd say it's a little bit strong in the fringe department, but as long as I can see, that's absolutely fine. And it's just, I think what happened was I've been using a particular shampoo that I didn't realise was anti-frizz. So I've been using that for a really long time. And then when I changed, or I ran out of that and I used another one, I then noticed that, my hair's kind of getting a bit kind of fluffier, or how it used to be before. And I've just been continuing that on. And another theory that I have, because I think it is getting a little bit kind of fuller and fluffier, another theory I have is that over the last 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, something like that, I've had a problem with my arm, which meant that I couldn't exercise, which meant that I wasn't having the same amount of protein that I would normally have. And hair is made out of protein. So I've been thinking recently, or at least over the last few months, because I've been doing a little bit of exercise and I'm getting back into the routine of, waking up and having a protein shake in the morning and having one after I've done the exercise and having one before I go to bed. So it means that my protein intake has gone up to a particular level, and maybe it just gets thicker with that increase in protein. So I don't know, but it seems to be quite fluffy at the moment, which I don't know whether that'll continue or not. But that's the hair update and my theories. But the other thing is that this whole other theory that I've mentioned about, what is it called, perfecthairhealth.com, on the internet, that it's like a resource for this guy who just knows everything about hair, and he does peer reviews of studies on different things that you can use to get your hair to kind of stay in your head. I don't think there's anything that makes your hair come back once it's gone. So once you've got hair, you've just got to try and keep it in your head. that's the tricky bit. So there's a resource on that website. The thing that he says, which I have started doing, is about keeping the skin on your head supple and not tight. Because the older you get, and I don't know why this happens with guys, but the older you get, the tighter your scalp becomes. Like the skin gets pulled tighter and therefore becomes thinner. And this guy's theory is that because it's now being stretched even more, it's like constricting all of the blood flow to the hair follicles. It's because I always said air. The H from hair had gone AWOL there in my sentence. But anyway, so that was his theory, that if you keep the skin on your head loose, just through massage, just a couple of times a day, then that will keep the blood flow to the hair follicles, and they'll get the nutrients that they need rather than kind of gradually dying off because they're just not getting the blood flow that they usually would when there's no constriction going on. So I don't know why that happens to guys, why our heads become tight. But anyway, so that's something that I'm doing to just try to make sure that it just stays because it's something that I think every guy. I think he says something like 99% of guys by a particular age have hair loss. It's just a normal thing. Every guy loses a particular amount of hair, and unless it's like a genetic mutation where they don't, because they don't have the sensitivity to the DHT, that's what it's called, that kind of gets to the hair follicle. Anyway, quite an in-depth update for the hair tonight, but thank you for that, Tracy. So I would say that I think this guy's theory about the scalp getting tight and then that being a potential reason for why some people lose their hair, I think it might be onto something, because it kind of makes sense to me with my knowledge of anatomy and physiology from college and university, because anything, as soon as you restrict blood flow, that's going to, whatever was being supplied by blood is going to die off. So you've got to make sure that circulation maintains no matter what you're talking about. So anyway, thank you for that, Tracy. And Jenny has donated to £3.85 as well. So thank you for that, Jenny. And the messages for you, Phil, from Jenny Hansen. So thank you for that, Jenny. And there's another donation that's come through for £10. And I'm trying to see... it's Marianne who has donated this. So thank you for that. I had to scroll down a bit to try and find where that had come through from. But thank you as well to Sylvia, who has... I'll just say the first name, and then it's a £30 donation. No surnames, because it says belated happy birthday, Phil. Anonymous, please. So this is the problem. But that's it. I mean, as long as I don't give away any other names or details, it's absolutely fine. But when I get the donations through, I get the amount, and then I have to kind of scroll down and I tried to keep it all on the same page, so I can just look down to the bottom of the page and then see the message. But thank you for that donation. So we are almost at 11:30 here in the UK. And if we're closing in. We're looking for 90 more people to hit that thumbs up. Because if we do hit that target of 465, we're going to be having Phil Jam number 131. Is that correct? It is, because I can see Joe's message over there. So if you can hit that thumbs up, that would be great. And it's going to be a new record, by the way, if we hit that target. We are getting closer, which is great. And let's see who's... let's see who's winning in the cover vote. It looks like Lay It on the Line has 51% of the vote, so it's a close one tonight. The other song is Miles Away by Winger, so have your say over there in the live chat room. At the top of that, you'll be able to find that vote. Right, let me mention a little bit of news type stuff. Ages ago, I mentioned about, probably a few months ago, I mentioned about potentially maybe going over to the USA and performing with Taj Farron, who's been on the channel multiple times. But I had a chat with Taj's dad yesterday, and that was great, just kind of getting up to speed with everything, seeing what Taj was in the studio at that point. He did pop out for a quick chat afterwards, but it wasn't like an interview thing. It was just me chatting to Brandon, which is Taj's dad, just seeing how they're getting on, and just talking about this potential thing that we might do in the future. So at the moment, I also messaged Don, and it's Don Adele's Legends show that this will be on if everything gets organised. But Don has still said that everything's potentially okay and ready to go, probably for early June. And I'm just waiting to hear from Brandon, because I think over the next couple of days they're sorting out their schedule. But Taj is so busy at the moment. It's just a case of whether we would be able to fit something in. If it is going to be doable, then obviously I'll have to get myself organised to get myself over to the USA at the beginning of June. But as soon as anything happens, or if it is confirmed, I'll let you guys know over on Patreon, of course. If you guys want to get involved yourselves over on Patreon, then you can do patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. That's the site that you'll need to go to. And if there is an update about this show, if it's going to go ahead, then that will be an update over on Patreon that will just be a public one, because there are people that can become patrons, and everybody can become a patron, but you can also become a free member over there, which means that any of the free updates and posts that I do, you'll be able to see those. So that will probably just be one of those. So you can sign up to stay in the loop. And yeah, if that gets organized, then obviously I'll have to see how things work. But Brandon has said that I can just jump on their tour bus and just follow them around for a few days. I mean, that would be cool as well. I have to get into the habit of maybe doing a video diary or something. But yeah, it would be really cool if it happens, but it's still a little bit up in the air. But I'm sure that in the future, because I kind of know that there's a lot of demand for Taj to come over to the UK and play as well. So if he's over here, of course, we're going to hook up and we'll do something together. But yeah, just to keep you guys in the loop, that side project or that other thing that might happen, that's still something that might happen, but hasn't been confirmed yet. So I'll let you guys know as and when I do, as and when it is confirmed. So that's a little bit of news. Now, as for what we I was thinking what we should jump into. We might jump into Troll Corner, because we've got Troll Corner, we've got Picture Corner, we've maybe got the Phil Jam. We need 60 more likes to have the Phil Jam. And yeah, that'll be at the end of the live stream. I'm just going to have a quick look over to this screen where Joe's message is, because okay, the Phil Jam tonight is 9 minutes and 20 seconds. So yeah, we might have to jump into it soon. It's going to be a very long Phil Jam tonight if we hit that target of 465. So I'll have to keep that in mind and leave quite a lot of space at the end of tonight's live stream. So having said that, we are going to be jumping into Troll Corner and just see what's been going on. So I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Rock! And to kick off Troll Corner, I think there's only a couple of things. The first thing was a comment that I get quite a lot, and I even made a video. I've actually done multiple videos about this, explaining this to people, but this person said about pitch correction, and I don't know which video it was on, but something that had been pitch corrected or auto-tuned, and they said, so if a singer uses reverb, is that now not allowed? So again, I tried to explain to everybody that doesn't understand it how reverb and delay, and you guys will know if you watch the channel for any length of time that I've done a video on this. I've done multiple videos literally showing the difference between adding one effect to the voice and then pitch correction, the fact that it changes the voice. It's not an effect. Even though people call it an effect is added after something. You've got to have something to begin with, and the effect is added to it. The effect doesn't now replace it. You still have the vocal with reverb after. So yeah, pitch correction is replace the vocal with something different. And then once you've got that different thing, you can add reverb to it if you want or whatever. But yeah, it's totally different. So that's the first comment that generally I get. And another comment I had was quite strongly worded, and this was to do with the Paul McCartney versus Fall, the fake Paul McCartney, and I've done a couple of videos on this. First one was comparing Paul's voice from before 1966 to after 1966, and showing that it's the same voice. And I then did another video, and this was the video that this comment was under, where I was showing that Paul McCartney's picking technique is exactly the same, and it's never changed throughout his whole life. I've even shown a picture. I believe I did this on a live stream once. I showed a picture of Fall, which is the fake Paul, and a picture of Paul McCartney. I put them over the top of each other and faded one into the next, and it was identical. So, yeah. I don't know. I think everyone here in the UK knows that it was just a publicity stunt to start those rumours, but then it kind of got out of hand because people started actually believing it. So anyway, this comment said that you should be ashamed of yourself, as in I should be, because not once in my analysis video did I show a picture of Paul standing next to a picture of Fall. But in that analysis video, what I'm saying isn't just looking at a picture and thinking, I think that's different. We're looking at picking technique, which is infinitely more detailed and more proof than just looking at somebody who might look a little bit taller than the other person who happens to look exactly the same. But this is the thing about the pictures, and I think once you do a video on this thing, the people that kind of believe in this, and this is the problem, that it's a belief, and anything that you believe, anything that anyone believes, doesn't require proof, so they're going to believe it no matter what. So you can't really say anything about that, because you'll say, well, here you go, here's my proof, but that is immune to belief, because people that believe things are not looking for facts or proof of anything, because it's their belief. They don't need that. They will blindly believe it. So even when you're pointing out things like, picking technique and the fact that every guitarist ever will know that that's the same guy playing, but also being able to sing the same way, having the same accent, having the same face. Anyway, this is why, in the UK we know that it was all just a publicity thing, tongue-in-cheek, but it really did, I don't know, it did take off, and some people got carried away with it and literally believe it, so nothing you can do can change their mind about it, because they believe it. Anything you say is not going to affect them. But anyway, the thing about the pictures is that, I've seen them all, and loads of people have sent me loads of emails, and again, the problem is that they believe it no matter what you say. Like when somebody says, look at how he's changed in height by 3 inches from this year to that year, and then I say, but in one picture you can't see his feet, so he's got his Cuban heels on. He will be 3 inches taller. And again, you can talk about, John Lennon having, being barefoot, but then maybe in another one he could have Cuban heels on. So then, if you did that together, now, because I think John Lennon was ever so slightly taller, was he? I can't remember. You can go to my analysis, because I'm sure you can see it on stage when they're standing there. But if you then reverse it, so one of them's now barefoot and the other one's got the Cuban heels on, they're going to look significantly different height-wise from one picture to the next. And then some other people say, oh, but his eyes changed colour. And I've mentioned that, eyes, it's all about lighting. I've got a little bit of green in my eyes. Sometimes they will look more green than they will, I think it's called hazel. Maybe that's not right. But there's a mix of green and brown, basically, in my eyes. So it just depends on lighting as to what colour they look. So, that's another thing that's saying, oh, even though he plays bass exactly the same way, and his face is the same, and he's been able to sing exactly, his range is exactly the same. That's the other thing. Everybody's range is different. So everybody's voice is different, which means that your vocal break will happen in a different spot. Like this person that's now become, this fake Paul person has exactly the same range and transitions from chest voice to head voice, and can belt at the top end of his chest voice, at B5, C5 and D5s. That's just a coincidence as well. They just found somebody who did everything exactly the same way, including his vocal cords. And even brothers and sisters and family singers, they don't have the same. Sometimes they have different ranges and they can't do the same thing with their voice. So you can't even rely on it to have a brother or a father who can do the same thing as you when the genetics are the same, let alone just getting a stranger in to do it all. So, anyway, these are things that pop up now and again. especially with that. And the other thing is the Elvis thing that I get messages about as well, with Bob Joyce, who, I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's his name, but I know that there are a few ones that are being thrown around and I get messages about. But the thing in that case was that he's actually 17 years too young to be Elvis anyway, so it's just fundamentally not going to work on any level. But I still get messages about these things as well. So anyway, that's Troll Corner for tonight. Let's get the hell out of here, and I'll see you guys in a second. Rock! So, right, where are we at? Almost 1:45 midnight here. So, if we plan, I mean, we're still looking for, what's that, 26 more likes. So, yeah, if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, it'd be massively appreciated if you could do that in the live chat room, because it means that we will then be having a fill jam at the end of the live stream, which means me playing along to a track that is sent to me by Joe, just a random backing track, and we see what happens. So, yeah, we're looking for whatever I just said. It's going to be 26, 439. So we're getting close. And by the way, it will be a new record for a Saturday night. So we'll see if we can get those thumbs up to come in before the end of the live stream. So if we do hit the target, we'll have to start that probably at about midnight here. And we could maybe jump into something now. I tell you what, before I forget, let's jump into Picture Corner. And once we've been into Picture Corner, then we might jump into a riff of the week or maybe a fill tune, depending on what you guys want to see in the live chat room. So let's jump into Picture Corner, and I'll see you guys in a second. I say I see you guys in a second. You can still hear me. You can't see me though. So, as for where this picture is going to show up, it's always random. So where is it? Oh, it's slightly off to the left. So here we have Bob, and I'm going to try and find it to see if I can grab the picture and move it a little bit more in the middle like that. So thank you for sending this one in, Bob. And as you can see, he's got the Wings of Pegasus t-shirt on in Wings of Pegasus purple. And let me just try and get the message. Okay, here it is from Facebook. This came through from Laura, and it says above, this is Bob Morrison, of course, we know it's Bob. He works at a school and said, at school, as part of Autism Awareness Week, today is Comfy Clothes Day. What else fits the bill like a Wings of Pegasus t-shirt? So thank you for sending that one in, Bob, and thank you for linking me to that one, Laura. And that is Picture Corner for tonight. If you guys want to upload your own pictures, if you're a Facebook user, head over to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. You can jump over there, join in with the group, and then you can upload any pictures. If you do have any pictures of yourself modeling any merchandise, then that's the way to do it. And to get yourselves on the live streams, just while I mentioned about the merchandise, we haven't plugged the mug yet, so here we go. There's a plug of the mug. If you want to get your hands on any of the merch, you can head to the tray underneath this video. If you don't have a tray underneath this video, then there's a link in the description below that will take you through to the spring.com store. So it looks like we have hit the target for tonight's likes goal of 465. That is a new record, so thank you guys for doing that. And I mean, we've got another new record on a Saturday, and we just got a new record on Tuesday. I think it was only maybe 1 or 2 likes in it, but we did make it. So thank you guys for getting us to this particular new record tonight. And yeah, if you don't do anything on Tuesday nights, if you're available, it'd be much appreciated if you could tune in then as well, because yeah, we are trying to get a new record on every single live stream, and we have managed it over probably the last month or couple of months maybe. So yeah, on a bit of a roll. But yeah, it wouldn't be happening without you guys. So thank you for hitting that thumbs up button. And thank you for subscribing and hitting the notification bell and all of that stuff. It is massively appreciated. And yeah, you'll need to do that to get notified for the live streams and all of the videos. So Right, that means that at midnight we will be jumping into the Phil Jam, and I'm just having a look into the live chat room because we are going to be having either a Phil tune or a riff of the week, so let me know. But then again, I think last time, did we have a riff of the week rather than a Phil tune? Anyway, let me know in the live chat room as to what you guys want to look at. And I'm just looking in. Our Desert Deluge said, are we all ready for the Marathon Phil Jam? I thought I was going to say something about a Phil tune, but we have the Phil Jam at the end. So let's just have a look. And Laura says Phil tune. 123 Rockchild says Phil tune. Kathy says riff of the week. Daisy says riff of the week. I think last time maybe we had a riff of the week. So to keep it even, because I think it's going to be just a blending of both of those, let me jump over to my post that I do on Patreon before I start the live stream and see which is the first Phil tune that I can see. And this is if anybody has requested a Phil tune. If not, I'm going to be throwing it out too. Oh, Joe has requested the library Phil tune. Tammy asked for Guffest, but I did see Joe's first. So we'll jump into the library Phil tune. And yeah, this is where people join in with this live stream and they don't know what's going on because they don't know that I make these cartoons, or I did make them, and they are stories from my music life and just gigs and things that have happened that you wouldn't believe. And this is one of those stories. So yeah. It's a real life story, I called them, but they've since been called Phil tunes. So here you go. This is going to be the library Phil tune. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you after. Rock!
Guys, I'm so excited. I have just managed to get us an awesome gig.
Well, I do hope our definition of awesome coincide.
Well, I know a guy who works at a pub and he said we can play there this Friday night.
You know a guy. So far, to be honest, I'm on the fence about this gig. Persuade me. Where is the venue? Will I have heard of it?
The pub is called the Golden Guff. It is in Surrey. My friend has told me it will be amazing. We need this gig.
Well, it certainly sounds like a reputable joint. It's about an hour's drive, but I'm going to trust you on this. Let's book the gig.
We won't regret it. The place will be packed. I can't wait.
Wowzers, this pub really looks like a library. Hello there. Do you work here?
Yes, I do.
Yes, we do need help. Thanks for asking. We are the band who are playing here this evening. What is the plan?
Are you sure there's live music tonight?
Well, I ruddy hope so. If not, my bandmate has yet again stitched me up, as well as himself. So, who is in charge?
I am the only person working here tonight.
Well, at least we know, therefore it will not be busy tonight. Great. Where is the stage, and we'll start to set up?
Well, whenever someone has played an acoustic guitar, they have been sitting here, so you can play in this area.
Oh my guff heck of frig. You may actually notice there are tables and sofas in the way, not to mention just being a woeful position for music.
I'm afraid you'll have to move the table and sofas out of the way then.
Well, as I'm a musician and I want to play, I will do this manual labor in addition to the hour's drive. I also assume we are not getting paid for this gig.
That is correct.
At least you're holding up your end of the bargain. Well, let's get to work, guys. These sofas look like the heaviest sofas we will ever lift in our lives.
I'll leave you to it, and I'll make sure that if you need anything, I will be impossible to find.
Many thanks for following standard protocol. Great job, guys. It only took an hour and I think I've got a hernia. but I'm sure it will all be totally worth it and not a gig we should have declined. Just the person I was looking for. So, where is the PA? Is it quite heavy to lift? And also, how many channels does your mixer have?
We don't have a PA here.
Ha 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 ha. That was a fantastically great joke. Wasn't it? Or should I say, it better have been.
No, what you see is what we have.
That, I'm afraid, is sweet guffaw. Well, what do you usually do on live music nights then?
Jacob usually does all the band stuff. He's not here today, but I have his number if you want to talk to him.
That might be an idea. At least every last detail of this gig has been meticulously planned by the venue, otherwise we could all look like absolute total amateurs. Hello Jacob, I'm Phil from the band that are playing at your pub tonight. Where is the PA? And the mixer? For the gig? Okay, so it's in your car. And you are in your car at the moment. And you're 5 hours drive away. Do you think this may be an issue? Considering we're playing in 45 minutes, you didn't realize what the time was? Oh well, that is a very acceptable excuse. I mean, how could anyone ever have foreseen these unlikely turn of events? Unbelievable. So here is the situation. The PA is 5 hours away. We have 45 minutes until we start. So this venue has quite truly rogered our collective bums in the guff.
Oh dear. I can't help feeling partially responsible for us being in this position.
Yes, I wonder why that is.
Just so you know, your friends and family are also just starting to arrive. They must have made the hour-long drive to support you.
Oh. Great. Well, as ridiculous as this sounds, I have purchased my own PA, so that if a music venue is retarded enough to not have any equipment, I have everything. It just so happens it's in my sister's boyfriend's van, who should be here shortly. So, it seems that you as a collective venue won't have egg on your face. You jammy dodgers.
I don't understand.
Oh, just that to the innocent onlooker, you'll look like you have a great PA system and are a great live music venue, when in fact you are actually a total load of rubbish guff venue. With no idea, and couldn't organize a piss-up in a brewery. Present location accepted. No offense.
None taken.
You are seriously mentally vacant. I'm going to slag off this pub to my family now. Bye.
And there we have it. That was the real life story, my Phil tune. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Right, we are going to be jumping into the cover video as well, which should take us to midnight, and then we will be into the Phil Jam for tonight. So, I'm just having a quick check on the time. We should be okay. Let me bring that to a close for the vote, and the winner for tonight's cover video is Lay It on the Line with 53% of the vote. So thank you guys for voting for that, and for you guys over on Patreon requesting that in the first place, and Miles Away. So we'll jump into this, the Triumph Classic, of course, and my version of it, of course. So I'll see you guys after this, and I hope you enjoy it. Rock!
Just another friend. I wanna love you, I wanna make you mine. Won't you lay it on the line? I'm tired of playing
And there we have it. That was my version of Lay It On The Line by Triumph. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And there has been another donation in the super chat window, so thank you for that. And it's come through from Roman Maroney, who has donated $4.99, so thank you for that. And that is Roman's first donation. It has a big number 1 next to it. So thank you. The message is, hey Phil, it would be awesome if you would do an analysis vid on a Johnny Adams song called Reconsider Me, an awesome singer from the 1960s. So thank you for that. I will add that to the list. Right, let's get organised for the Phil Jam tonight. And I've turned on the microphone, so that's one less thing to remember. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to zoom out now while I remember to do that as well. The gem is plugged in. Let me just see what Joe says. Break out the Gibson ES175 or the gem. The gem's my only choice, or my only option I should say, with moderate distortion. Plenty of time to experiment. Has an abrupt end. Drum triplets will be the sign. Don't forget amp mic. Just say yes to this one in capital letters. Channel your inner Steve. So thank you for that, Joe. And that's Steve Howell rather than Steve Vai with the gem. So we'll see what happens. Right, let's click on that. Mute the advert. Play through that. Okay, so this is epic 1970s space rock jam. Yes style guitar backing track, and then G minor in brackets. So that's the title of the video. And it's from Now You Shred backing / jam tracks. That's the name of the channel. And the U is in capital letters. So YOU in capitals. Okay, let me click on that. As for the levels, I have no idea what they're going to be like. Right, mic is on, zoomed out. Right, let's have a listen to this, see if I can actually hear it to begin with. Okay, I can't really hear. Oh, let me know if this is what the levels are like. I can't really hear whether we're going major or minor there. It's almost like we've got 2 guitars going on here, so I'm trying to listen out for what they're doing. I don't know if that works there. sound alright? Are the levels okay here? Let me just change over to a little bit like this. Check how long we've got left. How long will we go? Oh, we've got like 2.5 minutes left. We'll keep on going and see how we go. Something, is that an organ going for a bit of a walk? Okay, we want the ending. Thought it was going to end there. was going to end there. It was going to end again.
Ever wonder why so many
And then it
people say they
ended
wanna learn
there.
guitar, but they're-
Unbelievable. Okay, I kind of tried 3 or 4 endings there and never got it right, and it then ended when I wasn't really expecting it to. But this is the problem when you don't know, because I can't see how long's left. We always have to kind of gamble and see what happens. So there we have it. That was epic 1970s space rock jam, yes style guitar backing track, G minor in brackets, and from Now You Shred backing / jam tracks on YouTube. That's the channel. So thank you for that, Joe, for sending that along, and we managed to get all the way through that one somehow. So yeah, that was quite a good one. The only problem was that it was a bit difficult to hear whether it kind of sounded like it was major and then it sounded like it was minor, even though it says it's in G minor. We had some extra notes going on there that seemed to kind of be a little bit different, or kind of maybe at odds with each other, but it was what it was. So thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up and getting us to the fill jam. And if you're watching this in the future on catch up, you can keep on hitting that thumbs up. It really does help the channel to grow and for this live stream to get out there a little bit more. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We're going to be calling things to a close, and I can see that we're technically ahead of schedule by 2 minutes, because we usually finish at 15 minutes past midnight. I say usually, sometimes we go over if it's a long fill jam, but I knew to leave time before the end, so yeah, we could fit it in tonight. Right, so we've got like 1 minute and 40 seconds left. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and let me just have a double check that we are up to date with everything over on PayPal, which we are, and in the super chat window we're up to date there as well. So yeah, thank you guys for the donations as well. They are massively appreciated, but as I always say, you don't have to donate. Just watching is great. Maybe leaving the thumbs up. You can subscribe as well. That would be great as well if you enjoy the analysis videos, and if you want to tune in for the live streams, then make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell to get notified for when I'm live, but also when I make an analysis video. So another analysis video coming your way tomorrow night. Then we're going to be live streaming on Tuesday night, 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, as always. And then the other videos Wednesday and Friday, normal analysis video releases. Right, thank you Orlando for that $2 donation right at the end. And the message is giving another like, thumbs up, bye. So thank you for that, Orlando. Right, I'm going to be calling it to a close now. So thank you guys for tuning in, and yeah, look out for that video tomorrow night. I always try to release those at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, so at least you know when to expect it. But thank you Jan as well, who has donated 20 Norwegian kroner and says great jam Phil. So thank you for that, Jan, for the donation and the kind words. So yeah, look out for that video tomorrow night. And yeah, all that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. And I will catch you guys at the next one. Rock!